Well, actually, it will run on the end of June. I signed the contract until the end of June, and for several reasons. One was that we are supposed to submit a quarterly report to the Security Council on the 1st of June, and I will probably present that report early in June. And so I would go home, yes. I look forward to going back to research, to writing about international law, and to, not least, to be with my family, with my wife. And summer is nice at home, and I think after the hectic life here, it will be a nice time to come home. Well, I think that one weakness, perhaps, in that I can see from the past is that one did not press the Iraqis earlier to come to this proactive attitude that they demonstrated towards the end of January and February. The resolution required of them to submit a declaration within 1 month, and we're also focused on that, waiting for it first, and then to examine it and analyze it. It took a fair amount of time, these 12,000 pages that did not give very much new. And therefore, if the U.S. had this impatient attitude and say, well, we can't wait any longer than to the middle of March, then I think better use should have been made of the time earlier. Now, of course, I did not know that they would lose patience at the end of February and beginning of March. So we analyzed the resolution, and it was only towards the end of January that we really sort of shook the Iraqis and said, look, you have to do more. It should have started earlier, I think. Whether it would have given results, that I don't know, but we should certainly have started earlier. Well, it's, in a way, it's a sad conclusion that despite all the powers that we have had, and all the skill and all the machinery, instrument, that we would not have been able to find it. I mean, it would demonstrate that if you go to states that were very determined to hide, and a totalitarian regime at that, then it is very hard to find. We can find contradictions in what they say, inaccuracies, etc., but evidently very difficult. I don't think it's the end of inspections. On the contrary, inspection is going to be needed, and the United States is supporting inspection under the International Atomic Energy Agency, for instance. They are very supportive, even suggesting that the budget for those inspections should be increased. The U.S. also supports inspections in the chemical field under the Chemical Weapons Organization in The Hague. So this government has sometimes said to be unilateralist is certainly positive to this, and it shows that even a government that has some skeptical attitudes in inspection, nevertheless, does not throw out the baby with the bathwater. And I think we will see more of it in the future. Well, my guess is almost as good as yours or anybody else's on this. And my guess has been in the negative on this, because I think that they know that there are lots of people in the world demonstrating against the war at the present time. And I think they also understand that if they were to use chemical or biological weapons, a lot of people would say, well, so they had them, and therefore they would see the war as more acceptable than they did before. And I think that the Iraqis are sensitive to where they stand in the world. I think possibly the leadership also is sensitive to that. But I cannot be sure. One cannot be certain about such a conclusion. This is speculation on my part.
We did war games against. If you put that together with what Al-Duri said yesterday